We're gonna
So
have
I
to
gotta say, I
fly.
I gotta say this.
Talk to me.
This is the most hyped up Commanders Eagles game there's been in a minute. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really cared about a Commanders game, but I've been looking forward to this game all season. I think the Commanders fans have been as well. I know all the Eagles fans have been kind of invested in this. Um, I think it's a measuring stick game for both teams. We want to say we're clearly the one in our division. We're clearly favorites for the Super Bowl. The Commanders want to say, man, where are we at right now for real? Can we
Yeah.
compete with the best teams in the league? Can we be the one that wins this division that no one's expected from when the beginning of the year started? I think the Birds, we about to come out here. We're about to win big. We're gonna prove we are who we think we are. And I hate Jaden Daniels already, and I never even played against him already. All the noise. I hear all the noise. I'm ready for the Birds game. I'm ready for a Birds dub. I just had to
I
put
love
that
it.
out there. Talked to all
I
the
love
other.
it.
We got to talk about that game.
Have to, have to. We got to keep this quick so we can get this going. You're right. You're right. Measuring stick for both teams. There's no doubt about that. I'm very excited because, um, even though we competed against the Steelers, we lost, and I'm starting to think that the outside world thinks we're the same old, same old. I don't think so, though. I think that this is huge for us. We have a lot to prove. I think we get it done. We're in the all whites. The last time we were in the all whites in Philly, we walked in, we walked out with a W. So we're gonna see how that fly though. We're gonna see how that fly. Pedro, who do you like tonight? Who do you like tonight? Talk to me.
Oh, it's so hard.
You ain't gonna hurt my feelings. You ain't
I
gonna hurt
I
my
I, I
feelings.
I just think I actually want the Commanders to win this game, but I think that Saquon is gonna go for like at least 90 and a touchdown tonight, and that's gonna be the big difference maker.
That is one thing I will say.
The
Our
run
our
defense
run
isn't
defense is
great.
bad. Yeah, our
Yeah.
run defense is very, very bad, and the Eagles are running the ball phenomenally well, and that's where we have the disadvantage. But like I've been saying for a while now, I think it's no one feels good to say. As long as five is upright, we got a chance till them strike clock zero, baby. And I ain't been able to say that for a long time. But we gonna keep it moving, and we gonna keep this quick.
Yep.
1 o'clock Sunday, Raiders at Dolphins. The Dolphins got to start figuring things out. I got the Dolphins here. They should be able to win this convincingly. Taji, what you got? Raiders at Dolphins.
I got the Fins. Thank you. I got the Fins. I think they're getting healthy. That makes them a dangerous team if they can play ball well. If Tua can stay healthy. I got the Fins. They got to go on a run. They got a big win last week against the Rams.
I got the
Talk to me.
Dolphins as well. Not much to say about it. The Raiders are dumpster fire.
I hear you. 1 o'clock, Browns at Saints. That's kind of interesting. Browns at Saints. Pedro, who do you like here? Browns at Saints.
I mean, I got the Browns just off the strength of defense alone. I mean, I not a good game to watch. I
No.
won't be tuned in.
Not at all. Not at all. Yeah, this will not be in one of my four boxes on Sunday Ticket Red Zone, Sunday 1 o'clock. But I like the Browns here for some reason. For some reason, I like the Browns here. The Saints are rolling. The coach got fired, Dennis Allen, a couple weeks ago. They have some
Although the
things to
Saints did
figure
look,
out.
they did look good last week. They beat a decent Atlanta team.
They did, which was that was a sound win. And that coach is kind of quirky or something. I don't know what's up with him, but he's interesting. The interim head coach, whoever he is, but
Special teams guy.
that'll do it. Special teams, that'll do it. That'll do it. Moving on. 1 o'clock, Colts at Jets. Dude. The Jets just aren't good. I'm trying to find a way to think or stay convinced that they're going to turn it around, but I just don't think they have. It's just not good. Richardson back though. Who do you like here? Colts at Jets.
Must win for the Jets. If the Jets lose, Aaron Rodgers should just pack it up and go home. Like simply put, they have on paper they have everything they need. I can't understand it at all.
Yeah, I don't really get it either. they do have the roster this year. As we've been kind of saying, Aaron Rodgers isn't looking like Aaron Rodgers, and it starts with him. He's the one that they mortgaged the house on him, so he's
Hmm.
got to figure it out. But I would agree, must win game for the Jets. So I'm gonna go with the Jets. Anthony Richardson is coming back. I don't think they don't figure he doesn't figure it out the first day out. So um, moving on. This should be easy, but I don't know. With Sam Darnold, I think I'm gonna keep saying what I'm saying. I think he's coming back down to earth. But they traveled to Tennessee to see the Titans. Vikings at Titans. Who you got?
I'm going to take the Vikings in a bounce back. I think the Titans have a lot of work to do still. I think the Vikings get back on track, but they're not the team that surprised everybody a couple weeks ago. Not by a long shot.
I agree. I agree. It's not that Darnold has to be Superman with this roster, especially on the offensive side of things. They have what it takes. Jefferson, Addison, Aaron Jones. He got hurt last game, but I think he's good to go as far as I've seen. I do have them winning this game. It's a get right game nonetheless. I think we'll see it as that. Moving on, big game right here. One of the good ones. Maybe not. I don't know. A couple of weeks ago would have been a good one. Might not be now. Packers at Bears. Uh, the Bears need to figure something out. It's gonna be interesting when they fired their OC. The Packers, they're looking good. Xavier McKinney leading the league in the NFL, leading the NFL in interceptions. That's also something to talk about. Who you like here? Packers at Bears.
I I mean, there's high hopes for the Bears at the beginning of the season, but I still think at this point Green Bay owns Chicago, and they're going to get the dub this week.
I hear you. I hear you.
I think a little bit closer than you think it'll be, though.
For some reason, I think so too, which is kind of why I preface with this should be a good one because I do there it should be interesting. But I like the Packers here. Uh I think they're gonna compete for that division with the Lions. I wouldn't sleep on them at all when it comes to that. Um Live update, 4th and 13, 44-yard field goal from the Eagles. No good. No good. It's gonna be
You?
Commanders ball. Um Moving on. Jags at Lions. We chatted on the Lions earlier. I don't think T-Law's playing again. There's something it's abysmal in Jacksonville, and I hate to see it. But who do you like here? Jags at Lions, 1 o'clock.
Get rid of Doug Peterson, figure it out, take the line spread minus 14. I mean, it's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely a get right game for the Lions coming off of last week. Jared Goff, I think goes surgical. He should. Um, we don't have to speak too much on that. Moving on, Rams at Patriots. Like we said, the Rams are gonna have to start stacking wins if they want to compete and find a way into this dance. You like them here against the Patriots, or do the Patriots figure something out?
I
At
mean,
home,
I think the Rams definitely win this game, but for some reason the Patriots just know how to stay in games. So I got the Rams by no more than 7 points.
what's your anytime touchdown that game? If you had to
Iron,
pick one. Yeah,
always.
yeah.
Notre
Kyrie.
Dame mom.
Oh man. How is Notre Dame this year? I haven't really paid attention to them specifically. Rough sledding.
But yeah, I mean Texas A&M makes them look good at this point. They've kind of revitalized their season a bit. They have Virginia this week, but they'll have a test against Army in 2 weeks. Should be a good one. Army's a tough team, tough running team. So, and then finish off with USC. I mean, I got them losing first round of the playoff for sure.
That I
Unless
mean
they
that would
get
check
down to
out.
Happy Valley and Penn State, I think they can beat Penn State for sure. Penn State's a big pretender.
I don't know about that. They played against Ohio State a couple weeks ago, but at the same time, is
That listen,
Ohio State also isn't. They don't
I'll
know what the
tell you
brand
the
is.
same thing about them that I told my alumni friends. If you didn't beat Ohio State this year, you're never going to beat them. This is the worst Ohio State team we've seen in the last 10 years.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you on that. That's funny. Um, Me and you could have some good college ball talk, I think. We might have to get
For
that going.
sure.
Uh, Ravens at Steelers. I mean, tell me why you think the Steelers win this game, or why you know the Steelers win this game. Just a little swag of the
Lamar,
union.
I mean, I see Lamar turning the ball over, and that's going to be the difference maker. For some reason, he just turns the ball over against the Steelers. The
Hmm.
Steelers make the most of the opportunity. They play the field position game well. I think they'll run the ball well this week. So I think they squeak out a dub, field goal. Probably it usually comes down to a field goal or last minute touchdown.
Hmm. Hmm. This is hard for me.
You
Ravens.
won't hurt my feelings.
Nah, it's not even that. It's just like you think of obviously that narrative's going on with Lamar Jackson and the Steelers. They do bring over Trey White, which is huge for them, I'd say. Um, the roster looks good offensively. King Henry is now in the mix in that game, which changes a lot.
Mhm.
But I think I have to go with the Steelers here. I have to go with the Steelers here. I think this is one of those games that Mike Tomlin just squeaks out and they just capitalize on it. So I'm gonna have to go with the Steelers. Um, Moving on, first 4 o'clock game, we have divisional matchup: Seahawks at Niners. Yeah, Seahawks are kind of rough this year. New coaching, but they're still in the mix because of the way the division looks. Who do you like here? Seahawks at Niners. Both teams vulnerable and needs to start stacking wins, but who do you like?
I'm going to take the Niners here. The Seahawks have kind of been disappointing like the last 5 weeks. I think the Niners are going to start on a good train and bounce back here.
Yeah.
Kind of be the Niners of old.
I got to play devil's advocate on at least one. For some reason, I wouldn't be surprised if the Seahawks were to squeak this
I
out.
could see it. I could see it.
Like a statement win for Mike McDonald at head coach. It would be big for them. DK comes back. He was out for a couple of weeks. Kenneth Walker is looking formidable. Gino gets his wide receiver one back. I think they pull off an upset. Why not? Um, Moving on. I think this could be a good one. Falcons at Broncos, 4 o'clock. Kirk O'Banks coming off a loss against the Saints is just one of those games that he just loses. You know what I'm saying? He was due for one.
Mhm.
Um, the Broncos literally a blocked field goal away from winning last week against the undefeated Chiefs, which was nuts. Um, who do you like here? Falcons at Broncos.
I'm going to go crazy here. Give me the Broncos at home in the altitude.
I
I
like
like the way they're playing right now. I'm going to take the Broncos.
Me too. I do like the way they're playing too. And when you talk about that the young quarterback head coach convo and how important that relationship is, I think it's from what we've seen thus far, it's a very good example of that. I think they build give me the Broncos. Give me the Broncos. Very, very big game. Lots of good games of the week. This is one of them. I'm not gonna I almost said game of the week, but I think the game of the week is right now, sad enough. I might be biased. But Chiefs at Bills. We talked about it. I think it's a big game. For both sides. If whoever wins this game, they should be able to build off of this and be able to stand alone, I'd say, in the AFC if you ask me. But who do you like here and why?
I'm going to take the Bills here. I think the difference maker is going to be Josh Allen's legs. I mean, he's a game breaker when he gets the line of scrimmage and takes off. So I think the Chiefs have just been skating by the past couple weeks, and they're so due for a loss.
They are. They are. If any team is going to beat them right now, it's got to be Buffalo. Um,
Mm.
Give me the Chiefs though. I like the Chiefs. I think they stay undefeated. Not necessarily the type of game where it's like, oh, they are who they say they are, but
Hmm.
they've just find a way to win, like they have been doing all season. I don't think
Right.
it's gonna be pretty, but I got the Chiefs. They stay undefeated. Two more Sunday night football. That's kind of poopy. Bengals at Chargers. Maybe
Mm.
initially when they were planning this, they probably thought it'd be fire, but um, we kind of chatted on this. I don't really think there's not enough time left, in my opinion, for the Bengals to do what they usually do and just start stacking wins and make it to the playoffs. But who do you like here tonight on that Sunday night game? Bengals at Chargers.
I'm going to take the Bengals just off the strength of Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and kind of it's not enough at this point, but they are playing well. And a weird Chargers team from years past, new coach with Harbaugh, but
Mhm.
they're kind of a run identity team, which is just a weird thing to see out there in LA with Justin Herbert. Um, but I don't think that they have enough offense to keep up with the Bengals in this game.
Yeah, yeah. Um, it's interesting because you have a I still think Justin Herbert's a dog. He still has a lot to prove, but he's still a dog in this league.
Hmm.
And Jim Harbaugh is banking on the running game. It's very, very interesting. Uh, Primetime game. I like the Bengals. I like the Bengals. I just think they're the better team. And Joe Burrow is playing phenomenal. It's not Joe Burrow's fault, which I think a lot of people aren't really realizing for some reason, but that's okay.
Hmm.
I think the right people realize it, but give me the Bengals. They're gonna this is a get must-win game for them if they want to do what they're saying they're gonna do. So,
I can't wait to see what they pay Jamar Chase next year.
dude, it's gonna be a lot of chicken.
Yeah,
A lot of chicken. I wouldn't mind T. Higgins to the Commanders. We need another receiver.
he's still hurt,
I'm not sure.
quad injury.
Yeah, those are always tricky. Quad hamstring, you just that's fried. But we'll see what happens Sunday night. Um, Last one. Love seeing the Cowboys being bad, Peter. There's no better sight than that, you know. There's a lot of good things to see in life, but one of the greatest is the Cowboys looking poopy. And they see the Texans Monday night. Dak Prescott, they went ahead and put him on season-ending injury. So it's kind of looking like they're just gonna tank it out. I would hate to see them get a Shadors of a type of not a Shador, but a Travis Hunter or some type of top dog because they don't really deserve it. You know what I'm saying? But I digress on that. But Texans at Cowboys. Who do you like for that game? Monday Night Football.
Give me the Texans to bounce back. Like Texans defense coming off a 5 pick game, playing a backup quarterback in Cooper Rush, who's not a bad backup quarterback in this league, but he's it's they're not going to get it done.
Yeah.
It's give me the Texans.
I'm with you on that one, brother. Yeah, you got me messed up if you think I'm a root for the Cowboys ever. So it is what it is. Give me the Texans. Get right game for CJ. I hope he performs very, very well. Um, Peter, appreciate you as always. We had a nice conversation tonight. Um,
Of
don't y'all
course.
forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what else we need to be talking about as we go into week 12 next week. Um, we're gonna try and get some NBA talk in as well because some dogs are performing. Wemby with 50 last night. That was crazy against the Wiz. Just there's stuff to be talking about. Braun, 3 straight triple doubles. It's something to be talking about. So Peter, thank you. Till next
Thank
time.
you.
Appreciate
Yep.
you.